Hey business warriors, welcome to the show, and in this video we are going to show you how to beat inflation with US Treasury I-bonds. And a big thank you to Masterworks for sponsoring this video, but more on that later. So, the stock market is down for the year. Bank savings accounts pay measly returns. But US inflation is running at 8.5% according to the most recent year-over-year data for March 2022. That means that if this continues for a whole year, $100 next year will only have the same buying power as $91.50 did this year. It's the erosion of the buying power of money over time. You can also think of it as an unfair stealth tax against the people. In order to combat this issue, in 1998, the US Treasury started issuing I-series bonds, which are designed to earn an interest rate similar to the rate of inflation. And because of how they are structured, sometimes they earn a rate even higher than inflation. Here's how they earn interest. A combination of a fixed rate that stays the same for the life of the bond and an inflation rate that is set twice a year. For bonds issued from November 2021 through April 2022, the combined rate is 7.12%. So from that you can see that the current rate is 7.12%, which was beating inflation up until very recently. But the rate is set twice a year, and a new rate will be announced on May 1st, which will be higher than the current rate. When you buy the bond, you get the current rate for the first 6 months, and then it changes every 6 months to whatever the rate is at the time. So if you buy now, you would get 7.12% for 6 months, and then when it changes in 6 months' time, you're going to get whatever rate they set on May 1st. Even though you'll be only a couple of weeks away from them changing the rate again, they will still honor the May 1st, 2022 rate. What other information do you need to know about I-bonds? Well, there's a minimum purchase of $25 for the electronic form of the bonds, and a maximum an individual can buy per year is $10,000 worth. A married couple can get $20,000 worth, and on top of that, you can use up to $5,000 of a federal tax refund to buy I-bonds, but this will come in the form of a physical paper bond. You can keep the bonds and earn interest from them for 30 years, but you can cash them out after 1 year if you want. However, if you cash them out before 5 years, you will lose the most recent 3 months worth of interest. Let's say you earn 7.12% interest for a year and then cashed out at the 12-month mark, losing the last 3 months interest. Well, that would still be 5.34% in interest that you would have earned. So it beats most savings accounts. Well, it beats all saving accounts, to be honest. In a second, we will look at how to actually buy I-bonds. But first, during this time of high inflation, uncertain monetary policy, overpriced real estate, and falling stock prices, it's more important than ever to consider diversifying across asset classes. And one asset class you probably may have never considered investing in is fine art. Did you know that contemporary art pieces outpaced the S&P 500 total return by 164% from 1995 to 2021, and thus way outpaced inflation over that period? This opportunity used to be limited to billionaires and the mega rich who could afford paintings costing tens of millions of dollars a piece. But now, through Masterworks platform, you can buy fractional shares in paintings by artists such as Banksy, Andy Warhol, and Picasso. The team at Masterworks have over 75 years of art market experience. They know what they're doing when it comes to buying and selling art. In fact, they've returned over 30% net IRR to investors after the sale of 3 paintings, which they held for only 1 year. If you don't want to wait until Masterworks finds a buyer for a certain painting, they have a secondary market on their platform too, where you can trade shares of Masterworks owned paintings with other investors. With stock market returns unsure for the foreseeable future, it's now a great time to start diversifying your portfolio into art. And now you can, thanks to Masterworks. So join over 400,000 people who've already signed up and start investing like the billionaires do. Check out Masterworks in the description below. So back to I-bonds. We're now going to show you exactly how to buy them, and then we're going to tell you what the interest rate is going to be on May 1st. So stick around for that. So to purchase I-bonds in electronic form, you need to go to treasurydirect.gov and select My Accounts and then open an account. Select Individual unless you're applying as a business. And as a side note, businesses can buy up to $10,000 worth of I-bonds per year as well. So if you're an individual but you also have an LLC, or you even own multiple LLCs, that could be a way of you getting past that $10,000 limit and getting $20,000, $30,000 or more multiples of $10,000 per year worth of I-bonds. Anyway, then you fill out this long form that includes bank account and routing numbers, so have have those handy. And then you pick a cute little icon for your account, you set a password and some secret answers, and you're done. Then you'll see an email with your account number, which you can use to log in. You have to log in with your account number, so you'll often find yourself going back to your email and searching for the email from them. Once you log in, this is what you'll see. Go to Buy Direct, select Series I, and you will then be able to enter a purchase amount and buy. But how do you know what the interest rate is going to be on May 1st? And this is kind of crucial because it lets you know what you can get for the following 6 months, and it's also going to influence whether you want to lock in that 7.21% rate now or wait until May 1st for a higher rate. Well, although the rate won't be announced until May 1st, it is based on the CPI-U score from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which was announced on Tuesday, and it is possible for us to thus estimate the rate. How this is worked out is that the difference between the September 2021 score of 274.310 and the March score is taken as a percentage, and then it's doubled for the annual rate, and that will be the interest rate of I-bonds from May until November. Now, up until Tuesday, we only had the February number of 283.716. So we have known for some time that if there was no further inflation in March, which is incredibly unlikely, the rate announced on May 1st would be 6.86%. But now the figures for inflation for March have been released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So we are now able to estimate that the rate announced on May 1st for I-bonds will be 9.62%. Now, with a little luck, inflation will fall throughout the year, but you will be locked into that 9.62% rate for 6 months. However, there is another strategy that might be even better, is that you buy your I-bonds now at 7.12%, you get that rate for your first 6 months, but when your rate changes at the 6-month mark, you won't quite be at the place where they're going to change the rate for the second time, okay? You're still in the 9.62% 6-month period, so that's the rate you would get for that 6 months. So you get 7.12% for the first 6 months and then 9.62% for another 6 months. You're going to be getting sky-high interest for a full year, and then probably it will end up going down after that. So that is probably my recommended strategy. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet, but that's personally what I'm gonna do. Guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out Masterworks. Link is in the description, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.